afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on a very busy Thursday.
Yes, let's get right to it.
The man the Packers drafted 16 years ago is making news on this draft day. Will Aaron Rodgers play for the Packers this season? We've got all the late-breaking rumors.
COVID restrictions are easing even more in Dane County. Our Adam Duxter has what's opening up here.
And good news for those thinking about a cruise. That may soon be a possibility. We plan to talk about the Packers NFL draft plans tonight, but instead we're talking about their MVP quarterback, apparent unhappiness.
Reports out this afternoon say Aaron Rodgers wants out of Green Bay. Sports director Zach Hanley is here with some developments. Is there any truth to this, Zach?
My mind hurts right now. Ever since Aaron Rodgers said there's a lot of guys' futures that are uncertain, myself included, after losing to the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship game, the rumors have been swirling about number 12's future with the Packers, and today it came to a head. ESPN's Adam Schefter is reporting that Rodgers is so upset with the franchise that he doesn't want to come back and play for the team. Now, Mark Murphy, Brian Gutekunst, and Matt LaFleur have each flown out and met with him in the offseason, and they'd offered to extend his contract. So the Packers draft night just got a lot more interesting. They do hold the 29th pick in tonight's first round. Remember, last year they took Jordan Love at number 26, and that's probably what caused this whole thing to explode. I'll have more on the draft in a couple minutes.
All right. Thank you, Zach. Interesting. Let's take a look outside on this beautiful day today. What are we looking at here?
Taking a bike ride by the lake?
By a lake. A cool down, then a warm up. Dana's in Bunker Town, stuck inside. You should be on the patio.
I should be on the patio right now, actually. I would love to be out on the patio because right now it's dry in Madison. As we look at our Doppler track, finally, over the last few days, we keep talking about a slight chance for an isolated shower or two, and we currently do have a little bit of rain coming down for us. For some folks, this band building in over the last few hours, a few rumbles of thunder, some lightning mixed in there. Again, these showers passing through pretty quickly over the next few hours, but you might feel a little light rain, and then things will clear out as we look overnight. You can see on our visible cloud track through the satellite today as that line built in. That's all going to clear off to the east. Again, in Madison right now, things are dry for us. It's also pretty comfortable outside with temperatures close to 70 degrees. So if you're in the spots where it's not raining right now and the sunshine, feels pretty good. Tomorrow it will get just a little cooler outside. We'll drop back a bit for our afternoon highs closer to 60 in Madison with a mostly sunny sky. By the weekend, though, we might even see the 80 degrees, so a quick warm-up expected by Saturday afternoon. But we'll look at that weekend forecast in just a second. Right now, as we look at our traffic conditions throughout Dane County, I'm not seeing any major delays. In fact, the east and westbound sides of the Beltline moving along smooth this evening. The interstate from Dane County through Rock County also looks good north and southbound. From Janesville to the Beltline, 26 minutes, 15 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, a little quicker than usual, and 9 minutes from Sun Prairie to downtown. Again, we'll take a close look at what's ahead for your weekend in just a little bit.
All right, thank you, Dana. Health orders that used to restrict what we could do in Dane County are doing the opposite now.
Public Health announced Order 16 this morning, loosening restrictions thanks to low COVID case counts and high vaccine rates. Adam Duxter is live downtown with some of the specific changes. Adam?
And that new health order won't take effect until next Wednesday, May 5th. But once it does, bars and restaurants in Dane County will jump from 50% capacity to 75% capacity. In indoor events where food and drink is served, think weddings, will jump from 150-person capacity to a 350-person capacity. And local health leaders like Public Health Madison, Dane County Director Janelle Heinrich detailed the plan during the mayor's press conference today. And Heinrich says she considers it a steady increase, as in they're not quite ready to rip off the Band-Aid completely quite yet. But she added local health leaders have reason to feel good about the direction we're headed.
This latest order is fueled by cautious optimism about these promising improvements in COVID activity and increased vaccination coverage, while continuing a steady, phased approach to reopening.
Public Public Health Madison-Dane County says right now it's never been easier to get vaccinated against COVID, and the more people who choose to do so, the lower the community transmission of COVID and the faster this reopening process can continue. But again, a major win for businesses, bars, restaurants, as well as event venues. But they say tonight it's just about as much making sure their customers feel safe coming back as it is a win for them in terms of having more people in. And we'll explain why that is tonight at 5 o'clock.
Adam Duxter reporting live. We'll see you at 5. Thanks, Adam. Public health officials also highlighted efforts to get 16 and 17-year-olds vaccinated in Dane County. A little over 51% of this age group has received at least one dose of the Pfizer vaccine, which is up 44% from last week.
This is amazing progress when this age group has only been widely eligible for a vaccine for the last 4 weeks.
Health experts say vaccination is our way out of this pandemic. UW health doctors hope younger children will be able to receive a COVID vaccination sometime this summer.
As the nation continues to battle the coronavirus, there are signs some normalcy is returning. The CDC is signaling cruise lines can set sail soon, but public health officials are urging all Americans to get vaccinated to stop the spread. Michael George has more.
Some of the youngest students in New Jersey's second largest school district finally made the long-awaited trek back to the classroom.
It's my first day of school today, and I'm happy! Yay!
After 14 months and lots of confusion, pre-K to third graders in Jersey City resumed in-person learning, but only for half days.
We have to develop some patience. I lead with the students as my North Star.
Once the epicenter of the pandemic,
on July 1st. All systems go.
New York City is aiming to fully reopen July 1st, meaning stores, restaurants, and theaters can operate at full capacity.
You've gone out, you've gotten vaccinated, you've done so much to fight through this crisis.
The CDC is also giving cruise operators the green light to sail again as early as this summer, if 98% of the crew and 95% of passengers prove they're fully vaccinated.
The CDC has been missing in action for months of telling the cruise industry how to get started. So I'm glad that finally the CDC is making some decisions.
The CDC says fully vaccinated people can now just take a rapid test at the time of departure instead of taking a lab test ahead of the trip.
If they're vaccinated, and if they're all kind of taking some precautions, I would feel comfortable.
I don't know, maybe in 6 months. 6 months to a year, possibly.
On Thursday, Vice President Harris toured a mass vaccination site in Baltimore to stress the importance of getting protected.
Getting the shot is about not only taking care of ourselves, it's about loving our neighbor.
The nation is still recording around 50,000 new COVID cases every single day. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
President Biden kicked off a 10-day multi-state blitz by administration officials to sell the president's latest policy plans for infrastructure and American families. On his 100th day in office, the president and first lady went to Georgia, where they visited former President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind. Later, President Biden will hold a drive-in rally where he'll tout his administration's accomplishments on the pandemic. He'll also push for his latest multi-trillion-dollar proposals. In Baltimore, Vice President Kamala Harris marked the 100th day, touring a vaccine site.
American aspiration is how we got to more than 200 million shots in arms in less than 100 days.
Tomorrow, President Biden is scheduled to travel to Philadelphia, where he'll mark Amtrak's 50th anniversary, discuss his infrastructure plans, and on the same day, Vice President Harris will travel to Ohio.
Governor Evers continues his own statewide blitz, signing bills daily and traveling to promote his own agenda. This afternoon, he was in Manitowoc. Earlier today, it was Henderson Elementary School in Madison, where he was promoting education spending. He says that's one way for the state to recover from the pandemic.
We continue to be a national and regional leader in getting shots in arms, which is a good thing. And our state is recovering from the COVID-19 pandemic. But therefore we have an opportunity not just to bounce back, but to bounce back stronger and healthier. We have to make sure that our kids are better off than when we started this pandemic.
In addition, Governor Evers has declared 2021 as the year of broadband access for all residents. The governor feels that a digital divide is still making the playing field uneven for many, especially students.
Two North Carolina sheriff's deputies were killed and 3 other people, including a suspected gunman, were found dead after a lengthy standoff. The deputies were shot while responding to a welfare check at a home after the homeowner and his family did not go to work or respond to phone calls. The 2 were shot when entering the home. After a 14-hour standoff, deputies went into the home to find the suspected gunman and 2 other people dead inside. The shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery is now officially being called a hate crime. Federal hate crime charges were filed against Travis McMichael, his father Gregory, and William Roddy Bryan, who are accused of stalking Arbery as he was jogging through a neighborhood in Brunswick County, Georgia, in February of 2020. The Justice Department alleges the men used, quote, force and threats of force to intimidate and interfere with Arbery's right to use a public street because of his race. Lee Merritt represents Arbery's family.
That a grand jury at the federal level has called this a hate crime and indicted all 3 of these men was a huge burden lifted off the family.
The McMichaels' lawyers have said they were trying to make a citizen's arrest on Arbery, suspecting he was a burglar after he'd been seen entering a home under construction. With the hate crime indictment, the Ahmaud Arbery case becomes the most significant civil rights prosecution taken up by the Justice Department under President Biden.
Families of loved ones killed by police met with lawmakers on Capitol Hill today. It comes after President Biden called on Congress to pass police reform legislation by next month. Relatives of George Floyd and Eric Garner were among a group who met with both Republican and Democratic lawmakers on Capitol Hill today to push for police reform.
They are driving this change, and the pain and the hurt, as well as the turning that pain into even a deeper, broader purpose. This is what's going to make the difference.
In March, the House passed the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act, which would, among other things, ban chokeholds and some no-knock warrants and prohibit racial and religious profiling. But overhauling protections for police, which would make it easier to hold officers accountable in court, has been a sticking point in the Senate for the Republicans. But Republican Senator Tim Scott says he's hopeful. 335 people in the U.S. have been killed by police so far this year. That's according to the mappingpoliceviolence.org. The Hilldale Farmers Market returns this weekend. Keeping shoppers safe is a top priority.
And the federal government wants to ban menthol cigarettes. Why minority groups are thrilled.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we built the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150, with best-in-class available towing and payload, and an available interior work surface. It's built to work hard and smart, because the truck of the future isn't built for a few. It's built for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Now, get $5,000 total cash on a built Ford Tough F-150. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
The time is right to do something nice for your home. Why not replace your gutters with LeafGuard, the only gutter system that has earned the Good Housekeeping seal of approval? Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. LeafGuard's patented one-piece seamless design keeps leaves and debris out, which means no more clogs, guaranteed. LeafGuard carries a lifetime warranty, so your home's foundation will be protected forever, and our customers couldn't be happier.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings, and it's just one less worry for me.
And right now, save big on your new LeafGuard brand gutter system and get some incredible extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
things like you're going to need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're going to be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
Welcome back. Anti-smoking groups are celebrating the FDA's newest push to ban menthol cigarettes.
And so are civil rights groups who say the tobacco industry has targeted the black community for decades. The Food and Drug Administration says banning menthol cigarettes will save hundreds of thousands of lives. The agency is once again taking steps to end sales of the mint-flavored tobacco that is most popular among black smokers. Sales figures show 85% of black smokers buy menthol.
Menthol is cooler, it's soother. It makes the tobacco poison go down easier because it's not as harsh. And without menthol in cigarettes, a lot of African Americans have said that they would quit smoking in general.
If we are going to truly advance Black health, African American access to full and healthy lives, we have to take actions like these that specifically deliver that opportunity.
More than a third of all cigarettes sold in the U.S. are menthol, and tobacco companies were quick to respond. Reynolds American, maker of Newport cigarettes, saying published science does not support regulating menthol cigarettes differently from non-menthol.
Well, you're not going to want to carry this around in your pocket. Britain's Royal Mint unveiled its largest ever coin, weighing over 10 kilograms or about 22 pounds. It's 8 inches wide. The coin caps off Her Majesty's Royal Beasts coin collection.
Design the features on the completer coin has the 10 beasts. The 10 beasts of the Queen's Beast series that has been produced at the Royal Mint. The centre of the coin then has an effigy of Her Majesty. Both are linked, of course, because the beasts lined the entrance to Westminster Abbey during the Queen's coronation.
The coin took 400 hours to produce, including a full 4 days of polishing.
You need a backpack to carry that one around.
It's not going to fit in the vending machine. Stronger than expected earnings reports sent stocks higher. The Dow Industrials added 239 points, ending the day at 34,060. The NASDAQ up 31. The S&P 500 closed at a record high after gaining 28 points. Well, the flagship Dane County Farmers Market on the Square has not returned yet because of the pandemic, but that doesn't mean summer market shopping is canceled.
No, the Hilldale Farmers Market opens this weekend and will continue every Wednesday and Saturday through October. Nancy Horn is the general manager of Hilldale. Hi, Nancy. Welcome to Live at 4.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, this is certainly good news and a good way to kick off the month of May. Where will the Farmers Market at Hilldale be?
The farmers market is located where it's been for the last several years, our rear lot behind LL Bean off Sego Road.
So what kind of products are farmers going to be offering?
We have everything from meats to produce to vegan ice cream to popcorn to honey products, artisan breads, and even gourmet pet food this year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you've got a couple samples there behind you. What is that, some hot sauce?
We have Ernie's hot sauce. We have some West African food kits that are going to be available, which is new. And then we have Origin Breads, who has been a staple at the market for years. But we're really excited to bring in some new vendors here at the market.
So what are the safety protocols?
Just like we had last year, we have social distancing in place. We have a hand washing station that is in the center of the market. We do encourage mask wearing. The vendors wear masks. And there is plenty of room for people to social distance.
So people will be able to mill around outside and shop as they wish, right? Or are you restricting one entrance and one exit?
There is a separate entrance and exit. But a great thing about this market is you can park up very, very close. It's very convenient. A lot of folks actually walk from their homes, and you can bring your dogs here.
Oh, that's
really?
great.
That's why I don't go downtown. I can't bring the dogs. The CDC said this week.
Dogs love the market, and we love the dogs.
The CDC said this week that it's okay to be outside as long as you keep your distance and wear a mask if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah, we are encouraging masks. We do find that a lot of our customers do feel a lot safer that way. We had a lot of positive comments last year about the market.
How many vendors do you have this year?
We're going to have between 30 and 40 vendors. It sometimes depends on the quarter, on what's being sold, but it's a really great group.
Is it the same group on Saturdays and Wednesdays, or does it mix up a little bit?
For the most part, but it does mix up a little bit. We do have some vendors that are quarterly, for instance, in the fall. We do have some daily vendors that will just rotate out where they might be on certain Wednesdays or certain Saturdays. But all the information is available on the website as well as the Farmers Market Facebook page.
And what time is the market on Saturday? What are the hours?
From 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And the same on Wednesday?
Correct, yes.
8 to 1.
8 to 1.
Back parking at Hilldale.
Pardon me? Yes.
All right. I'm going to bring the dogs over.
I was just going to say that's a great opportunity, yeah, because you can't take them on the square for the regular farmers market.
Well, and about half of our stores welcome dogs as well. We have a lot of pet-friendly stores.
Great. All right.
Mark sold. Good job, Nancy.
We'll see you Saturday.
Thank you
so much. We'll see you Saturday. Thanks so much.
All right. Watch your speed on the Beltline, why there could be more speed traps this year.
Our Jamie Perez is out there finding out why for her report, and that's coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 5.
Tonight on CBS, it's a night of comedy and drama, beginning with Young Sheldon, followed by United States of Al, plus Mom, Be Positive, and the thriller Clarice. Then got a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Advanced non-small cell lung cancer can change everything, but your first treatment could be a chemo-free combination of 2 immunotherapies that works differently. It could mean a chance to live longer. Opdivo plus Yervoy is for adults newly diagnosed with non-small cell lung cancer that is spread, test positive for PD-L1, and does not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene. It is the only FDA-approved combination of 2 immunotherapies. Opdivo plus Yervoy equals a chance for more starry nights, more sparkly days, more sunny mornings. Opdivo and Yervoy can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, joint pain, flushing or fever. These are not all the possible side effects. Problems can occur together and more often when Opdivo is used with Yervoy. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems, if you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or received chest radiation. Here's to a chance to live longer. Ask your doctor about chemo-free Opdivo plus Yervoy. Thank you to all those in our clinical trials.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Read my eyes. They tell my story, and the story of Voluminous Original, America's #1 mascara. Creamy formula for 5 times the volume. Voluminous Original Mascara by L'Oreal. My eyes are saying you're worth it.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex. Termites.
Don't mess up your deck with Tex-Mex. Terminex. Aye, the only way to nix it is to Terminex it.
How does it feel to have an Angie home? Like savoring a midnight snack in your newly renovated dream kitchen. Get $20 off your first home project at Angie.com today. Make your home an Angie home. Angie, and done.
There are endless ways to see the world. But when it comes to actually getting there and experiencing every soul-changing corner of it, there's only one. the Jeep Cherokee.
Now during the Jeep Celebration event, get 0% APR financing for 84 months on select 2021 Jeep Cherokee models. See your local Jeep dealer today.
Well, take a look at this. Golfer Marcus Armitage may not have ever won a major yet, but he certainly made sporting history when he landed a golf ball in a moving car 303 yards away. The 33-year-old who plays on the European Tour beat the previous world record of 273 yards. Credit must also go to driver Paul O'Neill, who kept a steady hand on the wheel as he sped down the runway at an airport in the northern English countryside. It's pretty amazing.
That is incredible. Just the timing of that.
The driver, I mean,
yeah.
There it is. Here comes the ball. Here's proof. There it is.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's time to introduce you to our pet of the week, some underwater pals named Levi and Irwin.
The Dane County Humane Society says they're fish known as Oscars from the cichlid family. They say Oscars are very popular aquarium fish throughout the U.S. and Europe.
I didn't know they had aquarium fish at the Humane Society. Well, this is the final week of a special promotion with Yola's Cafe and Coffee Shop on Commerce Drive. Through Friday, $1 will be donated to DCHS for every classic blueberry lemon waffle sold at Yola's. The waffle is filled with blueberries and served with lemon curd and whipped cream. To find out more, visit giveshelter.org.
If you're interested in adopting or checking out any of the animals at the Dane County Humane Society, go to giveshelter.org or set up an appointment at 838-0413.
And Dana's here now. Do you ever have tropical fish?
I did not. I had a pond fish named Sally, but the roomie is a fisheries biologist, so I think this is up his alley. We'll get him interested in trying to start our own aquarium at home. We'll see if Penny likes it, of course, first. Right now, we do have sunshine over Madison, but there are some spotty showers moving through the area. We will take a closer look at your full forecast through the weekend right after the break.
Announcing another Best of Madison 2021 finalist, and the nominee is Fry Construction, Best Kitchen and Bath Design, Best Roofer. Vote for Fry Construction today at madisonmagazine.com.
Millions are saying yes to Allegra, the #1 allergist-recommended non-drowsy brand. Allegra works 2 times faster than Claritin, and unlike Zyrtec, it's non-drowsy. Say yes to Allegra. And for congestion relief, find Allegra D behind the pharmacy counter.
My husband's parents were visiting, and I promised them a home-cooked meal, except my boss had a different idea. He tells me, hold your horses. I call my husband and I say, I'm slammed, and he's like, Quick Trip, and I'm like, bingo. At Quick Trip, I say, what's good tonight? And the Quick Trip guy is like, everything, but I go for the hand-breaded fried chicken, and I go, make that ×4. Being none the wiser, my mother-in-law is like, I always said she's a keeper. I'll run with that.
Quick Trip, we got you covered. The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account. Psst, psst.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily stops your body from overreacting to allergens all season long. Psst, psst. All good.
Announcing another Best of Madison 2021 finalist, and the nominee is Fry Construction, Best Kitchen and Bath Design, Best Roofer. Vote for Fry Construction today at madisonmagazine.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, it's turned out to be a very mild afternoon. Sunny right now for some folks, but others seeing some isolated showers and a few isolated thunderstorms popping up. As we look in Platteville right now, you can see a little bit of a darker sky compared to what we have over Madison, as there is a line of showers and isolated thunderstorms moving overhead. Downtown Madison still dry. I can see out the window right now. We have sunshine for us in the parking lot, but north of Madison, north of Dane County, we have rain, and it looks like parts of Lafayette and into Greene County right now we're seeing some showers. Temperature-wise, we're at 70 degrees in Madison, 72 in Janesville, but areas to the northwest where this line of rain has already passed through, just a little cooler, as we're at 58 degrees in the Dells. Dew point's currently close to 40, so not too muggy outside. It's been a bit of a breezy afternoon. We've seen wind gusts get into the 30s for some areas. Right now, wind speeds near Platteville about 24 miles per hour. Now, as we look ahead through our overnight hours, skies will become mostly clear heading into tomorrow. We'll have sunshine for Friday and for Saturday. Saturday will be quite mild outside as our temperatures dip a little bit on Friday, and Saturday we're back close to 80 degrees. Shower chances will likely return for Sunday, and that'll carry us into the start of next week. As we look at our future track, the slight chance for some showers only lingers for the next hour or so. By Friday morning, we're back to sunshine, and we'll stay sunny throughout the day on Friday. But notice those temperatures. We'll be in the low 60s for afternoon highs on Friday, so a little cooler outside. For Saturday, the breeze coming in from the south. High temperatures will be climbing close to 80 degrees, so it should be a very mild afternoon. And then on Sunday, our rain chances build back in. We have scattered showers starting to develop in the afternoon and evening. That will likely continue Saturday night and possibly into early Monday morning before this all clears off to the east. This precipitation trend 6 to 10 days out, a little likely we could be trending above average, but right now it looks pretty close to average for our rainfall chances. Temperature-wise, it does look likely we could see a little cooler stretch at the end of our forecast, heading towards the middle of May. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and cooler outside. High temperatures will be near 60 degrees. Partly sunny skies on Saturday will be near 80. It's going to be windy outside, but it will feel very pleasant with that sunshine. There'll be a chance for showers developing late Sunday into Monday. Temperatures through next week in the low 60s for afternoon highs. Overnight lows will be the 40s, and there'll be several opportunities for showers to develop for the start of the week, and then again as we head towards the end of the week and into next weekend. Right now, it does look like these rain chances for next week will bring us some more steady rainfall, some more measurable rainfall heading into the middle of May.
Which we could use.
We could certainly use right now, yes.
If it rains tonight, you can thank me. I washed my car today.
It's your fault. All right, good to know.
All right, Dana, thank you. As we mentioned earlier, the NFL draft gets underway tonight, where college football players learn if they make it to the big time.
Sports director Zach Hanley is here with all the rumors that are swirling around. Zach?
Yeah, nothing about Aaron Rodgers this time, but draft begins tonight, 3-day event. Starting at 7 o'clock on ESPN. Jaguars hold the #1 pick. Trevor Lawrence probably going to be taken #1 overall, quarterback from Clemson. Packers have 10 picks to use. 29th is the first one, and they need a lot of needs. You think about receiver, inside linebacker, because Christian Kirksey is gone. You think about offensive lineman, no Corey Linsley. He's gone. David Bakhtiari coming back from an injury, and Lane Taylor, he's gone. So they got to fill that void. And then, you know, I'm just going to start throwing out names. Hopefully one of them sticks, and you think of this segment, you know, after you hear that name, you're like, oh, Zach was right? Rashad Bateman's a receiver from Minnesota. He was the Big Ten Receiver of the Year in 2019. Big body. Rondell Moore from Purdue, also a receiver, or Kadarius Toney from Florida. Offensive line, we mentioned. Xavier Collins is a linebacker from Tulsa. But again, this is the NFL draft, and, you know, you think about last year, Packers picked Jordan Love. Everyone was like, they don't need a quarterback, they need all these, and they pick Jordan Love. So we really don't know what is going to happen tonight for the Packers. But I think if I'm the Packers organization, you got to go with some offensive talent to keep number 12 happy, right?
Yeah, perfect timing, I think, for Aaron to get what he wants on this. All right, how about the Badgers? Any Badgers potentially going on the draft?
Yeah, there's a couple guys, but they're going to have to wait until, you know, probably Saturday. You think about Cole Van Lanen, not Colin, Cole Van Lanen, offensive lineman. He's projected to be a 7th-round pick, so that's the final round. Or Rashad Wild Goose, cornerback. He might be a 5th round or a 7th round. But, you know, a lot of these guys are going to go undrafted. Isaiah Loudermilk, Garrett Groshek, Eric Burrell. These guys are going to get the call from a team after the draft to be like, hey, we want you. Please come, you know, try out. Practice squad guys, and then they'll make the team.
And one of the things we'll be watching tonight, there's a fan favorite at UW Whitewater that's hoping to be drafted. Who is that? Yeah,
Quinn Miners is a name we've talked about all week. UW Whitewater offensive lineman, made his name known at the, well, look at that, he just looks like an offensive lineman. But he made his name known at the Senior Bowl, and for a week there, he just dominated everybody. He's supposed to be selected either the 2nd round or the 3rd round, so that's Friday. And if he does, he'll be the 7th Whitewater alum drafted, the 1st since 2007. But it's a pretty cool story because before the Senior Bowl, nobody knew who he was. After a week at the Senior Bowl, everybody had him on their draft board. So he's probably the one that, you know, everybody's going to be watching for tomorrow.
Yeah, for a guy that size, he can move.
Yeah, he can.
Wow. All right, going to be an interesting few days, that's for sure. Zach, thank you.
Thank you, Zach.
It could be a very noisy summer in parts of the country this year.
The cicadas are coming, and they'll be hard to miss. I'm Iti Chin with what makes this year's arrival of billions of insects different from others.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Living longer is possible and proven with Kisqali when taken with a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor in premenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus a non-steroidal aromatase inhibitor alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Kisqali is not approved for use with tamoxifen. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
We made USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it right.
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbor even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
USAA. They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. A way that builds a state-of-the-art network. As a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the neighborhood, so you make a difference. Thanks for the hot spot. You know the strongest signal comes from starting local and staying loyal, no matter how much you grow. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand. That's why people are taking it everywhere. Taking SUVs like Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with the most capable Silverado ever. No matter what you do, there's a Chevy that's perfect to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get a $4,400 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado Crew Cab pickups. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Tonight at 5, a step closer to normalcy as Dane County is easing some of its COVID capacity restrictions. How going out in public places will be different. That's ahead at 5.
Look for any rain to end early tonight, then expect clear skies overnight and sunny skies tomorrow. Saturday will be windy and warmer with highs around 80. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Dane County Sheriff's Office plans to crack down on speeding on the Beltline. And with construction everywhere, we'll look at how much a ticket could cost you.
Here's a live look at downtown Madison as clouds start to move in the area. Some storms in the region. This spring, residents in 15 eastern and central U.S. states won't be able to miss the mass emergence of billions of cicadas.
They come out of the ground when it reaches a certain temperature, and now there's an app for tracking them.
Of course there is.
If you want to do that. Nancy Chen has more.
Loud and large. Brood 10 is one of the largest and most widespread of the periodical cicadas. Here's one. And after being underground for 17 years, billions are popping up.
If you look out your window in the early evening, you're going to see literally hundreds of cicada nymphs coming out of holes in the ground.
They'll stay above ground for 5 to 6 weeks before blanketing lawns with their littered shells. And of course, there's the noise. Biologist Gene Kritsky says he's measured their mating calls at nearly 100 decibels.
It just doesn't stop. It's like what happens if you go to a rock concert, you walk out and you still hear the vibration.
Brood 10 will appear in 15 states, impacting some 35 million people. Perfect for crowdsourcing information with Kritsky's free app, Cicada Safari.
If they see a cicada, they take a picture of it. Once that picture is approved, it goes on a live map that people can follow the emergence when it starts in northern Georgia and slowly moves north.
While cicadas are a nuisance, they don't sting or bite and aren't poisonous. Kritsky, however, recommends waiting to plant new trees after the cicadas are gone.
And until they're gone, wedding planners have learned to adjust.
Maybe investing in a tent and then talking to your DJ. You want to make sure you can kind of drown out the noise.
In fact, Kritsky says cicadas and weddings have something in common.
Periodical cicadas are the bugs of history. They're like markers in life events. You'll remember it the first time you experienced one.
An experience that will be hard to miss. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
And even if you're a city dweller, you won't escape the cicadas.
Brood X is also expected to emerge this time in urban areas where conditions are favorable.
But it doesn't look like they're going to be in Wisconsin, right?
Well, we have them every summer, but not like this.
Right.
Well, fully vaccinated Americans will be able to travel to Europe this summer. That's great news.
But will it be too late to take in the spectacular tulip show at Keukenhof Flower Gardens in Amsterdam? The tulips are in full bloom right now.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. And in a clinical study, after just one day, 90% felt powerful 24-hour relief. So, be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-5837. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Credit Associates now and see how much money you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-5837.
You know your gutters are full of gunk, and you know you need to deal with it eventually. With LeafGuard, you can give up cleaning your gutters forever. Hi, I'm Andrew Larson, owner of Larson Home Services. My team would love to show you how LeafGuard's patented design channels rainwater into your gutters while leaves, seeds, and other debris just roll off, leaving them clog-free, guaranteed.
We looked at several different types of gutters, and we knew that we had problems with leaves. We have lots of trees around our house. and I'm the one who goes and cleans out the gutters, and I wanted to eliminate that hassle in the fall of cleaning the gutters, and LeafGuard has done a wonderful job.
Love to hear that. Right now, your LeafGuard brand gutter system comes with some great money-saving extras. Order now and get free installation labor, free financing for 12 months, and call before this program is over and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Don't wait. Call now to schedule your free estimate.
Well, right now, some folks are seeing a dry commute home. In Madison, things look dry out the window right now, but others might be seeing a few isolated showers, so keep that in mind. We'll keep an eye on the sky over the next hour or so. As we look at the Beltline east and westbound, pretty smooth for us this evening, and the interstate from Rock County through Dane County also looks to be in a good spot for us, north and southbound. 25 minutes to get from Janesville to the Beltline, 16 minutes to get from Sauk City to Middleton, and Sun Prairie to downtown, a quick 9-minute drive this evening. That's a quick look at traffic.
All right, Dana, thank you. The dazzling Keukenhof Flower Gardens outside of The Hague rivals Amsterdam's top museums as one of the Netherlands' largest tourist attractions, and it's easy to see why. The tulips are in full bloom. Tulips in purple, yellow, and crimson hues. But this year, for the second year in a row, millions of tulips in the park and nearby fields are blooming now and will likely fade in silence as the Keukenhof remains closed to visitors amid the pandemic. The gardens attract around 1.5 million visitors annually in the pre-pandemic years, most of them from abroad. Maybe next year.
Aww.
Fully vaccinated Americans will be allowed to travel to Europe this summer.
Laura Albert McClay is an associate professor of industrial and systems engineering at UW-Madison, and she is an expert on risk and travel.
She's with us today to help plan travel for summer getaways, especially if you're planning to go overseas. Laura, thanks for being with us again. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Thanks for having me.
We hear a lot of talk about a vaccine passport. What is that?
It's really a credential, not so much a passport, although it's useful for travel. And it's a credential just so people know who's been vaccinated. And it's useful because those little pieces of paper that we get when we're vaccinated are really intended for us to use, but they don't really help other countries or other governments know if we've been vaccinated. And turns out the vaccine is really a great tool against this virus, and it can really reduce risk a lot. And so this information is desirable for folks to know.
A lot of people have been very anxious to be able to travel again and to go overseas and to go to Europe in particular. Which countries are open now is sort of a moving target. So what kind of a risk do you think you're taking if you decide to travel internationally right now?
Well, we know that the virus is going to be around for a long time, unfortunately. And if you're vaccinated, though, the vaccine is really effective, so it's a low risk. But different countries have different requirements for for vaccination or to get testing. And so, for example, to enter the United States, you need to have a COVID test done within 3 days and be willing to quarantine once you get into the United States. If you're fully vaccinated, you don't need a test and you don't need to quarantine. And so that's where travelers need to provide the proper credential, either a vaccine test or a vaccination, proof of vaccination, or a COVID test to enter the country. And there's been a lot of fraud so far. So most of a lot of the risk is due to just that fraud, and being able to fake credentials or fake a COVID test kind of defeats the purpose of these mitigating actions that we're asking travelers to take.
So would you be willing to take the risk?
I'm really looking forward to international travel, and vaccination is kind of the path to having some normality. And I've been trying to follow some of the requirements. I'm hoping to travel at some point, maybe not this summer, but some point in the near future.
And that's what we've heard, that Europe is going to open this summer, but that's about all that we know. So it's still kind of vague. You've got to do a lot of homework to figure out if you're planning a trip right now.
That's true. That's one of the challenges, is that travel requirements is a moving target. You can get to Europe, but can you really do everything that you want to do once you're there? And every couple of months, the situation's a little different.
It looks like the cruise ships may be starting up again later this summer, and most of them are requiring that the crew and all visitors be fully vaccinated.
Yeah, I mean, people want to have some kind of normality, and something like a vaccine passport that gives travelers a high confidence that it's pretty safe. And cruise ships have a lot of crowded areas where there's poor ventilation. And so vaccination really reduces a lot of the risk there. And boosting consumer confidence and traveler confidence is a way for these industries to bounce back.
Would a vaccine passport be recognized internationally? In other words, the little vaccine cards that we have, would those be sufficient proof of your vaccination if you were going to Brazil?
Yeah, it's very similar to the driver's license that we have. So to travel in the United States, it was the federal government created this credential, which is the real ID. So Wisconsin actually changed its driver's license. And this really helped it, at least within the United States, the ID be more recognized. And that goal there is to recognize that you are who you say you are, not that you've been vaccinated, but the idea is similar. And early on, these conversations about the vaccine passport were aimed at overcoming this challenge of that if you look worldwide, there's tens of thousands at least places doing the vaccinations, and it's hard to know who's really been vaccinated. How can you really trust that? The documentation comes in all sorts of languages. So there were some efforts between countries as well to come up with a credential that you could use on your smartphone, but you could also have a hard copy of it so that it could be recognized internationally. And that will just remove some of the barriers to travel. It reduces some of the risk and boosts traveler confidence. So it can be kind of win-win. And also when travelers return to the airports, there's going to be a lot of congestion at the airports because we're doing everything we used to do. Plus, we're doing it slower because we might be wearing masks and using PPE, and that kind of slows us down. And then you add in this extra step of having to check, COVID test results and vaccination status. And a credential can really ease up some of that so we can have some efficiency at the airport instead of gridlock.
A lot of pent-up demand that's going to open up once those barriers are removed. Laura, thanks for being with us today.
Great to see you, Laura. Thanks for your time.
All right, have a great day. Thank you.
You too. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast.
The Volkswagen Tiguan has a lower maintenance cost than Subaru, Honda, and Toyota compact SUVs. Now's the time to sign then drive. Lease a new Tiguan for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month payment, and 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR financing for 72 months.
A great night's sleep starts on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. During the Beauty Rest Savings Event, get great deals on mattresses and adjustable base sets. Right now, get a Beauty Rest or Beauty Rest Silver Queen for the price of a twin. Queens start at $399. Save up to $800 when you upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black, Hybrid, or Harmony Luxe adjustable set. It's the Beauty Rest Savings Event, only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
Do you suffer from ED? Did you know there could be a way to relieve ED without harmful medications, needles, or surgery? Peak Performance for Men is here to help. Click or call now to treat your ED. And remember, our results make the difference.
Attic Angel Community has earned a reputation as the one and only. But what's so memorable to the people who live here?
It's good local heart.
Interesting friends.
The view from my window.
Continuing education.
The food.
The amazing art studio.
Happy hour.
There are many reasons to love Attic Angel Community, but there's just one Attic Angel.
If you rank midsize SUVs by lowest maintenance cost, the Atlas and Atlas Cross Sport are number 1 and 2. Now's the time to sign then drive. Lease a new Atlas Cross Sport for 0 down, 0 deposit, 0 first month's payment, and 0 due at signing, or get 0% APR financing for 72 months.
Nearly a year after George Floyd's murder, the move toward police reform is frustratingly slow.
Use of force issues are very complicated.
Naomi Coles finds out why one word is holding up progress. News 3 Now investigates tonight at 10.
Hi, folks. Coming up Friday on News 3 Now this morning, we'll preview a vaccine clinic designed to make it more accessible to the Black community.
And Chris Reese is tracking your weekend forecast. Madison certified most accurate. We'll see you starting at 4:30 for News 3 Now this morning.
So right now we do have a few showers moving through the area. It is still dry, it looks like, in downtown Madison, but there is some rain passing through. This is the picture for the next maybe 2 hours or so as this line continues to push southeast. After that clears through, we will have a mostly clear sky for us overnight, and that's going to lead to sunshine for tomorrow with high temperatures just a little cooler outside. We'll see highs close to 60 degrees for Friday, and then back to the 80s by Saturday.
All right, Dana, thank you. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, our canine correspondents, Louie and Oliver, have the top animal stories of the week.
And Michael Bruno goes behind the screens to check out Forward Theater's production of 46 plays. That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Ladies, check it out. So strong, so not ripped.
What are we talking about?
That's the Hefty Ultra Strong bag.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
Give me the bag.
Get Hefty Ultra Strong at a low price.
Read my eyes. They tell my story, and the story of Voluminous Original, America's #1 mascara. Creamy formula for 5 times the volume. Voluminous Original Mascara by L'Oreal. My eyes are saying you're worth it.
Tex-Mex.
Tex-Mex. Termites.
Go back up! Hang on. I'm hanging on.
Don't mess up your deck with Tex-Mex. Terminex. Aye, the only way to nix it is to Terminex it.
Trust isn't built in a day. It's built over time. The early hours and the late nights. It's built by doing the work and pushing the limits every day. Because the promises we make are the promises we were built to keep.
During Ram Truck Month, hurry in and get 0.9% APR financing for 84 months on the 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab. Visit ram.com and see your local Ram dealer today.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, a family comes home to find hundreds of birds inside their house.
But how did they get there? A family in California lived out a Hitchcockian horror story when hundreds of birds invade their home and refuse to leave. Patrick Belleville of Torrance says his family returned from dinner and discovered the surreal scene. Every room was full of birds. Belleville sent his family to a hotel and spent the next few days removing the birds, hundreds of them, by hand. He stopped counting after 800. He put them in a box and let them go outside. Belleville was left to wondering how this happened.